It's Madden NFL 22.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Carr now on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Carr.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 84 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack.
Chauncey Golston.
He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
They're just looking really close, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't want too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Sermon in last week's game, pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chauncey Golston in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Looking to throw. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with weather. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have ended up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the side.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me...
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the handoff, Sermon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
This is Sermon.
Powers through him. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
To the right side, this is Sermon.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Sermon, they'll try the left side with it.
Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now Lawrence.
And this is Cook with a grab. Touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chauncey Golston in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
He'll let this go deep for runs.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Bobby Brown in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left is Sermon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Lawrence. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. There's a nice move. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
We've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Now Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play here on the catch and run.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On first down, Lawrence.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
It's complete to Cook. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. De'Ami Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 29, Carr. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Sermon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and the run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard, need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go. So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Carr. This is caught.
And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Jacobs.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lawrence's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run. Here's Sermon.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
On play action, Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Toney.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Sermon.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Sermon.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Trey Sermon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
They'll run it with Jacobs.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Jacobs.
And this time he is in.
Yes. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 68 yards for him on the ground now, and that his 20th carry of the ball game.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Now Lawrence. And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Browns on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Carr lets this go for Renfrow downfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Carr.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Hasn't been a lot of comfort in the pocket. He's been under pressure all day.
You're exactly right. Instead of taking another hit, he just heaved that one away. I'd love to see him be able to stand in there and make the throw and try and pick it up on third down. But I'm not the one in there taking the hits either, so I totally cannot blame.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Sermon.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
On 3rd down, here's Sermon.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So Carr and the Raiders now down by 7. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they need to go 98 yards, the same distance John Elway went back in 1987 as they come up on first down. And Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Carr to throw. Gets this to Waller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Carr. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing his Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as